Hello, everybody, and welcome to Manifesting Monday, the day before Samhain, the day before Halloween 2023, which is a good reminder and a good time to mention that all of these events and things like this happen outside of time and space. So if you are here live, that's absolutely wonderful, and you are literally adding your energy to this gathering at this time. But if you happen to be watching this recorded at some other time, then you're going to see that all of the messages that we received today are absolutely perfect for exactly the time that you are watching this. So there's great magic in all of that. Now, I went ahead and drew our stone and drew our cards and chose our candles, although I thankfully didn't light them because I would have a cat that's on fire now. See how everything always works out. But this whole gathering that we do on Monday mornings is very much like a private session that I would invite you to get in touch with me and engage in this for your specific questions, your specific quest, the specific guidance that you are looking for in your life. But this is what we always do. I go into meditation in preparation and I draw a crystal from this. Currently, it's a wooden box. Things get moved around and changed around all the time. Good morning, Erin from Indiana. Fantastic. Another great reminder, say hello, say where you're from. Let me know if this is your first time meditating with me, just so that I know if you need special instructions. Bella from Minnesota, welcome. Welcome, welcome, and thank you all so much for being here live. I don't really have a way to tell who's here, so it's important that you say hello and let me know. Hi from Germany for the first time, RS, yay. I especially love the global audience. I am getting ready to be nomadic myself, and we'll be doing these lives from all over the world, right? The first stop is Middle Tennessee, then Guatemala, then Ireland. Then we just don't really know where we're going to go from there. So hello, Sarah from Pittsburgh. Welcome, your first time. Gabrielle, good morning from New York. I am also Gabrielle, Lauren Gabrielle. Hello, Melinda from New Mexico. I love it so very much. All right, so again, we draw a crystal, and this is the crystal that I drew for us today. I didn't have time to look it up, and I don't remember exactly what the meaning of this particular stone is. However, I have been having pink on my mind all morning ever since I woke up this morning. And so I chose a rose quartz to wear for our ceremony, and I chose the Oracle of the Fairies deck for our reading today, which is very, very pink, right? It's so lovely. It's by Karen Kay, and it's just a beautiful, magical little deck. And again, I have already drawn our 3 cards just so that we can maximize our time. Property division because of divorce, RS, absolutely. So again, if you have questions, if you have things that are on your mind, feel free to type those in the comments or just bring them to mind, bring them to heart, and be in a place where you are receiving of the answers. Because while there is one message that we are receiving today, hello, Carol, I'm so glad that you made it. While there's one message that we are receiving today for the collective, you are going to find that the specific answers to the questions that are in your heart will also be revealed in this in the messages that we receive from Caleb, from our guides, from our highest self, from the cards, from the energy of this collective. I can't explain how that happens, except that we all have our unique perspective. We all have our own amazing and brilliant imagination and our own viewpoint and our way of receiving this information and integrating it into exactly what we need for our lives in this moment. Now, I, from time to time, I very often want to remind you that that is where the magic is. The magic is in your own intuition, in your own connection to your highest self, to your source, to God, to the universe, to whatever you call the force that beats your heart. All of the tools and techniques and rituals and rites that we use in our practice are just that. They are tools to help us focus, to give us information, to help us to hone in on what is really important to us in a given moment, and to just be able to receive these messages. A sign on the side of a bus or a billboard is just as magical as these beautiful cards, as the crystals. The magic is in you. Spirituality is between you and you and your source, you and your creator. All of these other things, including me, your teacher, are merely guides, are merely signals, symbols, and representations that will help you to really tap into your innermost self, which is where the magic is. All right, so I believe that the kitty cat has decided to settle in and be still. So I'm going to go ahead and light our candle. So I chose a pink candle for the pink that's in the stone, for the pink that has been on my mind all morning, and just a beautiful representation. And I've added some rose quartz just to add more power and more intention to this gathering today. And I am not replacing any of my supplies because, as you know, I'm getting ready to move. So there's one teeny tiny pink candle, but I added a purple candle and a white candle to this for the purposes of our gathering. And again, I've already drawn the 3 cards. In a private session, we would do this together, but we only have 30 minutes here today, so I wanted to make the most of our time together by cleansing and drawing the cards in advance. And so some card readers read the cards one at a time and let those messages build on themselves, but I always love to look at all 3 cards at once, because very often Spirit will weave a story around the messages from the 3 cards that we've drawn. Hello, Carlotta from Spain. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so if it's your first time meditating with me, there's a specific set of instructions that I say each and every time. If you are a returning student, you already know what I'm going to say, so go ahead and get into your favorite meditation position. So the importance of a daily spiritual ritual where you are in the habit of learning to recognize the sound of the voice of your highest self and able to distinguish the sound of the voice of your spirit from the sound of the voice of your ego and your fears is so very important. And if you are comfortable and relaxed and at ease in your body, you are much more likely to return to this practice day after day after day. So honor your body. Be in the position that feels good to you. You can lie down, you can stand up, you can walk around, you can stand on your head. You can do anything that feels good to your precious, unique body. Okay, so that's the first thing. But having said that, if it feels good to you to be in a seated position with a straight line between your tailbone and the crown of your head, this creates a beautiful visual and a beautiful feeling of being the conduit that you are between this earthly plane and the beautiful nourishing energy of Mother Earth and the divine love of our Creator, and envisioning your central channel that is flowing through the center of your body and being the foundation of your energy field, and being in touch with that and keeping that clean and pure and beautiful so that it can then spread that energy through every ounce of your body, every inch of your body, every inch of your existence on this planet. And this is a beautiful feeling and a beautiful representation. All right, good morning, Yvonne. And Yvonne is saying good morning to Melinda. So I love the beauty and the love and the just unconditional positive regard and optimism and positivity that always, always is present in these gatherings of like-hearted people. All right, so in your favorite meditation position, if it feels good to you, close your eyes. Your hands can be palms down on your lap for a grounded feeling, or palms up for a feeling of receiving. Honor what you are feeling like. Honor what your heart and body and soul and spirit and mind are asking for in this moment. So we always begin and end every sacred ceremony together with 3 long, slow, deep breaths in and out together. And as you are breathing these first 3 magical breaths, you have a lot of work to do. So imagine that you're breathing into every cell of your body and opening and creating space. And with each exhale, you are letting go of everything, all tension, anything in your body that isn't serving you in this moment. You are letting go of the past. You are letting go of any regrets or grudges or judgment over your own actions or anyone else's actions from the past. And you are letting go of all worries about the future. You are being in perfect understanding that all of your power is in this moment, and using this opportunity to bring yourself fully present so that you can absorb and integrate and embody all of the messages that we'll receive here together today. All right, so first breath in. And let that all the way out. Next breath in. And release. Magical third breath in. And let that all the way out. And just settle into a natural but conscious rate of breathing, setting the intention to celebrate this miracle that happens with each breath that you take. Celebrate the immortality of the air you're breathing. All of this air has always been here and always will be here. The breath that you're breathing could be the same air that was breathed by Jesus or Buddha or Mother Teresa or a saber-toothed tiger or a dinosaur. With every exhale, you are nurturing and providing vital nutrients for all of the plants, all of the growing things on this planet. Your body came from the earth, and your body is a continuation of the earth and will return to the earth. You are a part of this magical, beautiful cycle of life on this planet, in this human body, this beautiful, precious, amazing vehicle that allows you to survive and thrive in this short time as a human being. And feel your connection to the earth. Feel your body absorbing the absolute, powerful, unconditional love and nourishment from Mother Earth. And at the same time, feel the upper part of your body flooded with the unconditional love of the divine, the absolute positive regard that is bathing your body, blending with this energy so that you and your body and God are all one in this magical place. Imagine the energy field around your body. Know that you are the ruler of this space, that you hold absolute dominion over what comes into this energy field, what you choose to send out of this energy field into the world, how you choose to interact and merge and blend and be with everything that exists in this universe. So make an intention that for this time, your energy is blended with mine. Your energy is blended with everyone who is here with us in this moment. Your energy is blended with all who will witness what we share together today, the messages that are received from our guides, from our highest self, from God, from our Creator. And that while you are complete and sovereign in the dominion that you hold over this life, at the same time, you are part of the one. And each time that we join together in this way, we are magnifying and multiplying this energy. And the work that we do here together, the intentions that we share here together, are sent out into every corner of the universe. Well, unlike the ripples of a pond that will lose power with distance, our energy only gains power by blending together, by joining with others, just becoming stronger and stronger as we are sending this beautiful pink light, this beautiful loving energy and positive regard to every corner of the universe, all across our globe. And just imagine that this is a beautiful pink energy, which is so prevalent in the energy of the collective today. It is so full of love. It is so full of a longing to help. It is so full of a longing to heal. And so just imagine that any part of this universe that is troubling to you, wars and conflicts and suffering that you perceive among the human beings on this planet, imagine the magic of this pink love that you are generating, washing over and through them, embedding every atom of their existence. Imagine that this beautiful pink loving energy that is so full of healing and unconditional love. The unconditional part of this message is so important in this moment because there is such temptation to judge the rulers, to judge the leaders, to judge the people that you are perceiving as being led by ego and a desire for power and a desire for control. You are so loved. You are so worthy. You are so powerful. And the message for you in this moment is that the struggle for you to set aside your judgment is a place of expansion for you and an opportunity for you to practice the expansion of your heart and the magnifying of your power. For when you are able to look at things that break your heart, situations that trouble you so much, situations that bring worry and fear and sorrow and grief to you, when you are able to be in these feelings of grief, of sadness, of compassion for those who are having such strife and such struggle, who are inflicting harm on one another on this planet at this time, when you are able to witness everything in unconditional love, when you are able to truly and honestly, from the depths of your soft, tender heart and your sweet, tender spirit, to look upon the source with unconditional love, this is where all of your power will lie. This is your opportunity to set aside your own need to control, your own need to change, your own need to adjust outside circumstances to align with who you are being, who you are wanting to be moving forward in this life, the picture that you have of what is best for this planet, that is best for humankind. And to just understand that even in the midst of conflict, even in the midst of pain, even in the midst of death and struggle. Every action, every activity has a divine purpose. Every human being is living out their exact path. No matter how it looks to you, no matter how it feels to you, if you are able to hold your compassion, hold your grief, and at the same time hold the total optimism and the total faith and the total knowledge that your infinite self has, that everything is working out perfectly for everyone. If you are able to be in your humanness and be in your engagement with this life, and at the same time be the all-seeing, divine, immortal being that you are, that can see forever in all directions, that knows that everything is always working out in perfect timing, then this is the wholeness. This is the serenity. This is the peace and power that is your divine right, that is our wish for you, that is the longing of your soul, and the true destination that you are working towards as you are creating the lives that you want, as you are manifesting the desires of your heart, as you are moving through all of the contrast, all of the struggles and the challenges that this life presents. You are able to, in each moment, when you are experiencing conflict and struggle in your relationships, when you're witnessing struggle and challenge in your communities and in your nations and in your global world and your global economy, you are able to feel and be in each emotion that arises within you, never denying, never judging, never shutting down or squashing or tamping anything that arises within you, but allowing this to be the beautiful swirls of dark color that add richness, that add depth to the tapestry of the life that you are creating. So the message in this energy field is that you are the source of love, that this is a choice that you get to make in every single moment. Every moment that you are existing, every second, every millisecond is a brand new beginning. And you get to choose again and again and again to be in love, to set aside anger, to set aside judgment, to set aside the need to be in control, and to instead surrender to the circumstances that are happening, knowing that on the other side of every circumstance is beautiful golden light, beautiful manifestations of the things that you want for your life. So if you are able to look at any struggle, a struggle in a relationship, a struggle in your finances, a struggle in your health, as a beautiful and perfect and necessary step on the way to your heart's desire, then suddenly every struggle looks like a gift. Every struggle, every challenge, every difficulty looks like a beautiful special package for you to unwrap and to witness the learning, witness the gifts, witness the knowledge, witness the direction and the guidance and the growth that is available to you in this very special present being presented to you by this life that you chose. You chose to be in this human body for the expansion of your soul, for the expansion of the universe. You knew when you came here that it wasn't going to be all just rainbows and unicorns. You knew and relished the idea of the challenges and struggles and lessons that would be here in this human existence. You chose this hero's journey. And so let your choices be, as you are beginning this week, to embrace the black of a letting go of that is represented by the stone that was chosen for you. So let these black spots be things that can be swept away, things that can be examined and thanked and then released. So an old belief that you created at an earlier time in your life that no longer serves you, you can say thank you and let that go and let that space be replaced by this beautiful pink energy that is emanating from you and making space for new creations, for new facets in your relationships. So you are seeing relationships in your life that served you when you entered into them, but no longer do. And so letting that relationship go with complete and unconditional love for yourself, for the other person, complete forgiveness for any struggles, for any trials, for any tribulations, for any wounds that came about in the interactions between you. Letting those be these black things that are just brushed away, swept away, sent back to the earth to be transmuted into something beautiful, and making space. So just feeling this clearing out of all that doesn't serve and this welcoming into that now vacant space of more love and more power and more healing and more growth. Okay, this feels like the completion of this part of the message. And I invite you to bring any questions that you have to mind, and then we'll witness the messages that are in the cards for the time that we have left and see what expansion there is, what additional messages there are, what other magic there is in the cards that are drawn for us today. All right. Okay. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps get the job done. So the first card that we are looking at today is the Come Together card, which feels so beautiful in our message today of banding together as the spiritual warriors that we are to do this amazing work in the world as we are moving forward, as we are spreading love and spreading peace. And the next card is Divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situations with crystal clear clarity. Okay, divination. Okay, just the second card. And then the third card is magical blessings. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by, Lisa, here's your answer to the question that you just asked. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. All right, so, and this card is magical blessings. All right, so the questions that are coming up in the comments and that we're feeling here is that there is sadness, there is overwhelm, there is conflict in a divorce and a property division, and I'm currently in the study of the Kabbalah, which is the thoughts that are coming to me in this moment are that property, anything physical in this environment is part of the 1%. The metaphysical things, love, happiness, joy, positivity, fulfillment, satisfaction, all of these are in the magical 99%. And so if you can remove the power that a place or a thing or an item or anything physical in this world has over you, and be in the understanding that all prosperity comes from the light, all abundance comes from the light, and that if you can relax into the flow of how property will be divided and understand that what is yours will always be yours and can never be taken away from you, and anything that leaves and moves out of your life was not meant to be yours and is not in the service of the next phases of your life. And so I am in a situation right now where I'm letting go of almost everything that is physical in my life in order to free myself for greater experiences and greater freedom to go and be and do and experience and share. And there is a method of witnessing the physical items in your life, saying thank you to them, just as we were doing in all of the things that in our meditation, the black specks that no longer serve us, to say thank you and to detach from those physical items, and having faith that the things that are truly good for the way that we are creating our lives must stay and will stay, and the rest can be just let go, to be transmuted and used in a different way for our lives or for someone else's. And sadness and overwhelm, we talked about that in the meditation, or we received messages about that in the meditation as well, and that breathing deeply and making space and literally envisioning the giant being that you are, that has room for sadness and joy at the same time, and letting all of those parts of yourself be integrated into the powerful being that you are, and understanding that sadness only has the ability to hold you down and remove your joy with your permission. You have room for both. Many times it feels right to be sad. It feels correct and appropriate to have sadness and grief at the circumstances of our lives. But at the same time, that's not the place that you want to set up shop. That's not the place that you want to make your home. You want to let your sadness, your grief, your human experience become a part of who you are, to soften your heart, to increase your compassion, to level up your empathy, or possibly to help you manage your empathy better, and to understand that you have room for everything. And overwhelm is simply a word that we use for being at the mercy of our to-do list, right? There's really nothing that has to be done in any moment except to just be. And if you can just stop and pause and understand and just say to yourself, there's nothing that I have to do. I get to choose the next moment. I choose not to be overwhelmed. Let it go. You are a powerful creator and you are in charge. You are sovereign. You get to choose in every moment. So hopefully that is all helpful for you. We are closer to hitting our 30-minute target that we set aside for this. We're only a few minutes over, but at this time we'll go back into meditation for just a minute and to symbolically step back into our own energy field and sort of close down this space and close down this gathering, and take a moment to embody all of the messages that we received today, to really set the intention to live into this message of unconditional love and unlimited power that we have to transform the universe. Okay? All right. So we're going to end this gathering today, as we always do, with 3 long, slow, deep breaths together. And with each breath, imagine that all of this pink light that is gathered around us in this collective today, all of this beautiful energy and unconditional love, these messages of absolute power, of choice, of perspective, of who we are being on this planet, becomes a part of every atom of our being, that we are embodying all of these intentions, that we are making the conscious choice that this is how we're going to move through this week. This is how we're going to move through this day. This is how we're going to move through the next moments of our existence in these human bodies. All right. First breath in. And release. Next breath in. And release. Magical third breath in. And release. And as we close out our time here together, we symbolically step back into our own energy fields. We symbolically envision the energy field that is ours, over which we hold dominion. We honor and respect and celebrate our sovereignty, while at the same time understanding that we are always connected, that there is no place where I end and you begin. There is no place where you end and spirit begins. We are all connected and a part of the one, and yet divine and sovereign and the commander and ruler over our lives, over our energy, over how we choose to interact with this world. You are so loved. You are so worthy. You are so showered in abundance and unconditional love in every single moment. Now go forth, open and allowing and willing and in the flow of this beautiful positive energy. And together we say thank you, and so it is, and so it shall be. And namaste. All right. So I thank you in advance for your donations, for your support, for being here with me in this gathering. Come back and do this with me again next Monday. We're going to do this every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time for the foreseeable future. And we'll soon be changing locations and being in different places. And I look forward to having you with me on this journey. Be sure to follow me on this app, on the Insight Timer app, so that you get a notification whenever new content is shared, whenever new lives are happening. We're going to do this every Monday, but I'm also going to sometimes do a full moon or a new moon or maybe a Samhain, any other celebrations that the Spirit moves me to gather with you. I will do that. So I look forward to seeing you soon and often. Much, much love.